All right, good morning, everyone. Glad you could join us today for another exciting DME webinar. And before I forget, we will be presenting next month's webinar via MMT, Mold Making Technologies, on September 17th at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So please look out for that one and register for that. There'll be some exciting new products that we'll be discussing and take questions. So that you can be informed on all the new solutions that DME is offering. And again, a quick reminder, DME is your one-stop shop for all your mold making and molding needs. Visit our e-store. We have almost everything on there. And a customer service staff willing to help out, supported by our engineering staff led by Mike Raymond and team. So we'll be happy to help you out with any questions, design questions, or help that you may need. Today we're pretty excited. We're going to be talking about the DME EcoONE versatile hot runner solution. We encourage and welcome questions during the presentation. Just go ahead and type those into the chat on the right, and we will answer those as we have a little break or a little pause during the presentation. So please, if you have any questions whatsoever, just go ahead and put them in the chat and we'll be happy to answer them. Today is your presenter as our very own Senior Product Manager, Jeremy Such. Thanks for joining.
All right, Mike, thanks for that introduction. And I too want to say good morning and good day to everyone that's joining us. We thank you for taking time out of your day to discuss our new hot runner solution. And we hope you find this information valuable, and we hope to hear from you in the future. So EcoONE, as its name is derived, it's derived from the word economy. And I'm going to use the word economy. I'm going to use, cost competitive, commodity applications. I'm going to use a lot of these terms throughout this presentation. And before I get rolling here, I guess I'd like to make sure that you don't confuse economy with degradation of quality, because with the EcoONE system, the one thing that we were committed to was to make sure that we were going to deliver very high quality components. And we were just going to find ways to, make that more cost competitive, such as rigid supply chain management and manufacturing controls. So EcoONE is really derived because, we've listened to our customers. We do understand that there, is a growing part of the hot runner market that does not require the highly engineered systems that we're also familiar with. Including DME systems, low cavity count applications, simple resins, perhaps parts where maybe gate vestige isn't quite as important as others, things of that nature. Molders have learned over the past decade or so, maybe longer, that, spending, tens and tens of thousands of dollars for a hot runner system for some applications is not necessary. And it's that part of the market, and it's a growing part of the market globally, that EcoONE was configured to deliver our customers a new solution and save them some money. Kind of as I noted, typical applications, real straightforward consumer goods, toys, home appliances, and so forth, as shown on the screen. Again, we're talking commodity resins, not highly technical parts, and certainly parts that don't require exotic gating. Really straightforward applications. Again, it's a value-driven market, and it's growing, and it is extremely cost sensitive, which was our #1 priority. High technology or advanced technology is not necessary in all applications. And also, time to deliver is critically important. A lot of these projects need to move at very, very fast paces, and mold makers can't be waiting 6, 8, 10 weeks for a hot runner system. So with EcoONE, along with the price, our lead time at present is 4 to 6 weeks to deliver, and that's anywhere globally. We do anticipate that is going to continue to be reduced as we get a little bit further along with the product. So again, to serve this part of the market, EcoONE is our system. It's a standardized modular system, meaning that the nozzle assemblies come in various pieces. We'll get into that detail a little bit later. But the modular system is what allows us to keep inventory of all of the components. It is a configurable 1, 2, 4, 8, or 16 drop system at present. Again, fast lead times, low cost, get projects moving more quickly. And the system has been extensively tested, and we're quite confident that it's going to deliver results, and it's going to be very, very low maintenance. Some limitations with EcoONE off the top. Again, I continue to say commodity resins. We're looking at approved resins, ABS, PP, PE, PS, TPE, TPO, no fillers, no additives. We also have the PE derivatives there that you see on the screen, the low and medium density versions. We do have very, very brief application examples here. You can see we've got 2 PP, 1 ABS. As noted, 16 drop, 4 drop, 8 drop. Again, the system has been extensively tested in globally different regions, and we're very confident of its performance. There's some more information there. Rapid delivery. We're going to get into service shortly. Service is established for quick delivery of replacement parts anywhere in the world. Global regional inventory of components to make system service easy and inexpensive. Lead time again, and also with each EcoONE system, we will provide CAD not only of the nozzle and cutout data, but also additional support when it comes to hot half plate design and manufacturing. EcoONE is available in 6 different nozzle runner sizes: 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 16 millimeter. Quite an availability on different nozzle lengths. We do believe that we're offering a portfolio a little bit broader than some of the lower cost competition. Flange-based design. It's a compression system. There is no screw-in nozzles. They're compression only. And EcoONE is available in the thermal gate or a valve gate configuration. Valve gate sizes start at 6 millimeter, 8, 10, 12, and 16. There's currently not a 4 millimeter valve gate available in EcoONE. Again, as I touched on, the nozzle assembly is really one of the keys to the competitiveness of the system. Modular being, each family size head is the same. Nozzle bodies change, of course, with length, as do the nozzle heaters. The gate seals for each of the families are all the same and thread into the same nozzle body. So you can go from a sprue tip to feed a runner, or you can go to a point or a torpedo type gate, same nozzle body, same nozzle heater, etc. And again, this is what allows us to maintain modest inventory levels, not only components for new systems, but replacement parts, and get them to deliver to the customer quickly. The EcoONE nozzle is a front load type of assembly. So the nozzle head, nozzle body comes in from the back side or manifold side of the retainer plate. Heaters, thermocouples, and gate seals are front loaded from the opposite side of the plate, and that's also how maintenance would typically be performed. And again, the hot runner could still be hanging in the press to perform that type of heater or thermocouple replacement maintenance, as long as you can get to the cavity plate. Gate options are the same for both thermal and valve gated systems. Again, we've got standard sprue tip. Also, we have extra stock sprue tips or extended length sprue tips for customer machining to make runners. In our thermal gate, what we call our point gates or torpedoes, are available in a full body or bodiless configuration. And essentially our valve gate seals are the same style, where we would go from just a standard sprue up to a bodiless point gate type conical valve pen seal. Again, being configurable to application, we provide a very simple to follow application guide, which basically lists the different allowable resins, their general viscosity, part sizes to help select the size of the nozzle runners for each one of the applications. Very easy to follow along with, and certainly we will provide guidance as quote requests come in. So we ask the customers to do their best to fill out what they think they need. And again, back through application review, everything will be looked at. If anything needs to be questioned and answered, that will be done by DME technical personnel. The manifold design. So along with our module nozzle assembly, the other key to economy with EcoONE is the standardization of manifold geometry. So in other words, the shapes of the available manifolds for EcoONE are set, although the pitch or the location of the nozzle drops from the inlet and from each other can be customer selectable. They are single level manifolds only, gun drilled, threaded plug style for the flow channels, press-in heater element at present, which are easily serviced in the field by replacement flexible heaters. And we do have to have a maximum size on the manifold block itself, which is 600 by 600. If anyone saw the initial offering, it was originally 254 by 254, which we've increased, as well as adding the 16 drop. Again, back to the cost, the engineering and the manufacturing of the EcoONE manifolds is highly automated, again, which is a cost reduction, which we're trying to pass on to our customers, the tool makers, to give them a competitive edge when they're quoting complete mold packages. We have introduced a single heater in DME language. We would call this a hot sprue bushing, or a single heater, single nozzle product, which we would call a hot sprue bushing. Uses the exact same multi-drop nozzle heaters, thermocouples, gate seals. This could be used for production or also for prototyping before taking a system to multi-drop. And we needed to make sure that the gate seals across the family were all the same, so there were no issues moving from a prototype to a production tool. And these are also priced very, very competitively, again, to keep the cost of that tool development down. Included with the EcoONE system is the electrical box, the DME standard 12-zone configuration, PIC 12G, MTC 12G with the pre-assembled and wired box is the standard configuration. Although if that doesn't fit with what your standard interconnect is, we have other options available, such as the B24 double latch that's very, very prominent in our industry as well. Warranty and service, very, very important. As noted here on the slide, we've got two-year warranties on the nozzle and manifold heater elements, 1-year warranty on the non-wear components, and 60 days on the wear components such as gate seals. And quickly closing off the EcoONE family, our ME series of integrated or all-in-one temperature controllers were developed specifically for the low-end economical system. Still full-featured, touchscreen user interface, pretty decent complement of event recording, simple communications with the injection molding machine, integrated output cards, things of that nature, available in either a 6-zone or a 12-zone configuration. And they are, as you can see in the picture there, easily stackable, although the power inputs are not combined. So you would have to run separate cords to a stackable configuration. And these do come standard with the standard DME thermocouple and output connectors. Wanted to point everyone to dmehotrunner.dme.net. This is where you'll find, apart from our standard DME.net webpage, this is where you'll find all things hot runner and controller related. As you can see on the screen there, just go to multi-cavity hot runner systems. There's a specific tab for EcoONE, and from within EcoONE you can get downloadable brochures, configuration guides, quote request forms, and so forth. And your DME sales personnel also have immediate availability to all of that information. It can get that to you relatively quickly. Just another reminder of the MMT webinar that Mike discussed in the beginning, not only talking about hot runner and controllers, but all things tooling and MRO related. So we hope that you'll register and join us for that. And that's the end of the presentation. And I kind of went through that much quicker than I anticipated. My apologies for that. So at this time, if there's any questions, Mark or Mike, maybe we can address those questions.
Yeah, I think there's a couple questions. I think, hold on, let me get to them real quickly. I'm sorry, I think one was, you may have stated this, what was the typical delivery for a system?
Right now we're quoting 3 to 4 weeks. That's from time of quotation, or I should say customer acceptance of the quotation to actual delivery of the parts of the system. 3 to 4 weeks, or that slide says 4 to 6, but it's 3 to 4.
Okay. Another question, do you provide mold flow to help with design services?
Well, we most certainly have mold flow available. Again, EcoONE is designed to be really a customer configurable system using the simple design aids with DME application engineer review and comment. If application engineering feels that the application or the project really requires mold flow analysis, to check gating and balance of things of that nature, we could look at offering mold flow as an add-on to EcoONE, or again, depending on the complexity of the application, we may have to move away from EcoONE into a fully engineered system, which at present DME offers Stellar One, which is also very similar nozzle technology as EcoONE. So it is available, but it's not a part of the standard EcoONE package.
Okay. I think you may have went over this in one of the slides, but we could review it real quick. Are the only resins allowed for EcoONE listed in the presentation?
And actually, thank you, Mike. That is a good question, whoever that's from. We have just expanded the resin options, and we've picked up nylon, polycarbonate, palm, I believe we've added. Forgive me for not having that at my fingertips. Although those resins must be scrutinized more intensely by application engineering. System's been tested on actually a much wider variety of resins than what we're allowing at this phase of this product. But yes, there is the possibility of bringing in some engineered materials, as well as up to 15% glass filled materials, again with much higher application engineer review and scrutiny. So yes, there are other possibilities, so please feel free to make your requests, and everything will be looked at, and you'll be gotten back to you very quickly with different options.
Okay. Going back to the lead time, is the 3 to 4 week lead time after customer sign off on drop locations? Or is that
Yes,
Go ahead.
yes, very good. Yes, absolutely. I may have been a little vague on that. We need quote acceptance, purchase order. Within 24 hours of that, the system models will be delivered to the customer for verification and written approval. So from that point, yes, that should be no more than a 48-hour process, as long as the customer has the time to respond quickly. And then that's when the 3 to 4 weeks kicks in. Yes.
Okay. So then I think you answered a question there. Will engineering data be supplied for design of the hot half plates? I guess that's slightly different. The plates, as far as the hot half goes into, will
Yeah.
that data be shared?
Yeah, so along with the system data, that's going to be supplied as a part of the approval package. So the system data is going to have all the cutout all the cutout models and line drawings for the manifold, the nozzles, the gate area, and so forth. Additional support on minimum thicknesses for top and nozzle or retainer plates, minimum offsets, nozzles to edge, suggested cooling lines around the gate area, and so forth. That data will not be provided in model form, but in written form. All that guidance would be provided. The actual hot half design by the mold maker or owners, designers, should go very quickly. Again, these are simple systems, set geometry. And also, of course, the EcoONE is going to come with a very extensive assembly manual, and the hot half plate designer can review that as well. And again, DME, as always, any questions along the way, we're gonna assist in getting that design complete.
Okay, great. Sticking with the design questions, are there custom length nozzles and other gating options available?
Not in EcoONE. Again, EcoONE economy, the prefix of the name. Low cost, like all of us are fully aware, that means it's got to be standardized components, keep inventory costs down, and so forth. We certainly offer custom solutions, but not as a part of EcoONE. We would steer the customer towards our fully engineered Stellar One systems.
Okay. I'm not seeing any other questions in the chat, so if anyone else has any before we conclude, go ahead and type those in and we can get them answered live here. Otherwise, we can send them in to DME and we can respond back via email or phone call and get in touch with you on your project. Just a second here to
Just pulling up our tech services website there on the slide, DME_tech_service. Application engineers there would be more than happy to review your project with you. And then if the quote request form, apologies, I should have one of those handy as well. All EcoONE quote requests are going to one mailbox. It's EcoONE_quote@dme.net, and those are also being received by application engineers. So, send over what you've got, and we'd be more than happy to start the conversation there, make it as easy as possible for you. And we'll recognize pretty quickly if it's an EcoONE candidate or not, and get you what you need for your project.
I guess this would be a good time to talk about your services, your on-site services. What's included in that, and possibly the refurbishment services that DME offers outside of EcoONE here in Madison Heights, Michigan.
Great points, Mike. Thank you for that. So with regard to EcoONE, basically what we're including in the sale package, if you will, is really remote or digital support. Whether that be helping the mold designer with the hot half plates, possibly assisting with any type of startup issues, which we do not expect very many startup issues. The system's very hardy, and again, these are relatively simple applications. But should the need for actual on-site assistance be required, we have many different ways to get that taken care of for the customer. So startup issues, if need be, we can get that taken care of. Certainly on the service side, Metro Detroit, Madison Heights, Michigan, DME's world headquarters, we have a 100% full service hot runner service and maintenance center there, including our fluidized bake-out oven for manifolds. We service not only DME systems, but most competitor systems as well. We have very good relationships with most of the OEMs and don't have trouble getting replacement parts. Feel free to get a hold of your DME sales rep, DME customer service, or HR repairs at dme.net. We just need some general system information, size, maybe a couple photographs, and we can begin the conversation for full service or fast repair, beginning with bake out if necessary and things of that nature. So very competent, very busy actually, hot runner service center in Madison Heights, Michigan.
Great. One more question came in asking about color changes. How does the system accommodate color changes? And there's a second part I'll ask after you answer that one.
All right, so another great question that should be a part of my presentation. So the EcoONE nozzle design is really born out of two legacy DME products that maybe some of you on the line are familiar with, and that's really our DME Hot One, which was our standard hot runner system for close to 2.5 decades, and then a derivative of the Hot One called Stellar that was available, I want to say early through the later 2000s up till maybe the 2010-12 timeframe. And those were extremely good systems, very hardy design, ran forever. But as the need for more rapid color changes started to become a greater need of the marketplace, we recognized that especially the gate geometry, the internal gate geometry of both Hot One and Stellar didn't lend itself well to color changes. Just with some undercuts on the inside of the nozzle body where the gate seals thread in, just didn't want to clear well. So as one of the main design intentions of EcoONE, the EcoONE nozzle, was to clean up all that internal geometry so that material doesn't get trapped and it can be purged much quicker. So definitely designed with color change in mind.
Yeah, that's a really great point. For the people on the line, that the background of this product was really a collaboration of multiple DME techs and engineers getting together and reviewing different scenarios and applications over the years and finding out what really works best, as a general overall system and implementing it into the EcoONE. And it really was a great collaboration between everybody to kind of come up with this new product and make it really user friendly. And like Jeremy keeps saying, the economy portion of it is a bonus. One other question is, does the nozzle require a gate shell insulator?
Not under normal circumstances, and certainly not under the resins that we're talking about. No.
Okay.
No insulators.
Okay. And how is the nozzle retained? Does it use a retaining ring?
How is the nozzle, or how is the tip of the gate seal? Yeah, I think
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I think that would be a question about the tip. And basically the nozzle body is threaded. You can't really see it. Female thread on the nozzle body, male thread on the mating, gate seal or tip or retainer, and it just threads together.
Okay,
If
great.
that's the correct question.
Yeah, I believe so.
There is no snap ring.
Okay. Okay.
The hex flange on the tips or retainers also serves to hold the nozzle heater in place on the body. There are no additional retention mechanisms to hold the nozzle heater in place. It's just a sleeve. It's a brass sleeve, very high quality. Again, even though we're saying economy here, and I think many of us that are in the business know, when some of these low cost Asian systems make it into our Western markets, the quality of the components is quite poor. It's just as cheap as possible. Get them to the customers. Run the mold for a year, or whatever it is, and throw it away. And our intention here is the exact opposite. We want to deliver very high quality nozzle components, what you would expect of DME, components that you should not have to worry about for years if that's the service life of the particular mold. So I encourage everyone, that may have application for this system, get in touch with your regional DME representative. They can bring a nozzle to you. They can let you hold it, touch it, and I think you'll be quite impressed with the quality when compared to the pricing that we're offering for this system. It's very, very good.
So it sounds as if the system's really designed for not only prototyping but also long-term production use with the low entry point, to get some prototype material out there, maybe on a smaller cavity tool, and then go ahead and implement it on a larger production tool as well.
Absolutely, and there's no reason whatsoever why these tools shouldn't last a decade or more. Maybe some normal maintenance. If you're using torpedo type gate seals, you might have to replace needles. Maybe a heater here or there. But no, you should get many years out of this system if properly maintained.
Great.
It's not a throwaway.
Well, great. Okay, I don't see any other questions in the chat as of right now, but again, like I said, feel free to reach out to us. We'll be more than happy to help you out with any of your applications, and we can utilize our engineering team to get you the right fit. And as Jeremy stated, 3 to 4 week delivery after sign off is pretty quick and economical. So we're ready to service. Please don't hesitate to give us a call, and thanks for joining today. Have a good one. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.